Yeah, so Danagher's just ripped up the whole rule book on the leg drag now, so it's completely different from what I did here in the bottom. So we talked about last time how I was pushing this leg forward and dragging it, okay? So that's kind of how the leg drag pass evolved. It was really a counter to the Danagher hook, but now as the whole thing's progressed, it's a pass on its own. How do we get it from open guard? The problem with switch positions is, don't think of it as a leg drag pass, because what happens is, let's just say we're playing open guard, and Tyrone gets two hands on my leg and physically drags it past his hip. Because like it's you think a leg drag is the same as an arm drag, must be the same thing. But the problem with this is he's not controlling my hips, and before he even gets into the position, 9 times out of 10, my foot's coming back and I'm going to be turning to face him. So we kind of want to get out of the mindset that it's actually a leg drag. I'm really going to be pushing his foot more than anything. So again, anytime I grab this and try to pull it across, because I'm not controlling his hips, Tyrone puts a foot on me and we're back, and then stupid pass doesn't work. So Danagher likes the two-handed approach rather than just pushing it to here. So think of it, you could nearly do it like your Torianda pass. So this one's pushing and I'll be forcing this knee away. The other thing is angle. I don't want to be obviously standing directly in front statically in front of Tyrone, so I'll always be taking that little side step. So once I get the side step, I'm kind of pushing, so Tyrone's feet aren't pointing at me. Now I need to get control of the knees, or get his knees past it, but it's this hip is the problem, because from there he can move his hip out and bring this leg back. Yeah, perfect. So the second I cut an angle and this hand pushes, I can even use two hands, I'm stepping in to control the hip with my foot. So my foot is actually at his hip here. And now from here, my knee will pass between his legs. So the first thing I'm thinking about is when I actually get into this position is to get, Danagher calls this the flank position. So from there, I need to get my tricep over the knee, and now my knee controls this hip. Okay, this is the battle. So we get to here, I was always taught, to do it this way, but this is how Danagher's doing it. He gets into this flank position. So once I have this grip, my second hand is coming under, and he calls this the nape grip. And now it's just all about me making a connection to Tyrone. Do your shit, bro.
Oh, okay.
I said, try it out and get your guard back. That's all I'm after here. Now, the further my body comes up from Tyrone, or my head moves away from him, the more chance Tyrone's knee, yes, comes through that space. So this is why I want my head close to him here, and I'm just sagging on him a little bit. Yeah, do your shit. Now at any stage, let's just say I was careless and I'm more up here, and Tyrone actually starts to get his knee back. The worst thing I can do is try to push this knee, because it's a battle of my arm versus his legs. So anytime I got to there and his knee did come through, to get it back, I'll use movement to get it back. So this hand will find the knee, find his knee, and I actually come up with my foot and move my body in front of it again. And now I'll drive down, get back to my nape grip from here. So if Tyrone does nothing from this position, obviously I'm moving into side control. So my knee will come off, and as it comes off, I'm clamping my hip till his hip, and my elbow to his forehip as I pull myself up, and then I win the cross face. Let's look at a common reaction that Tyrone can do, which would be to avoid getting his guard pass and losing the points. He might roll to his knees to try and not get scored on. So again, I'll take that step, a two-handed approach, a push and a push with this knee as I step in, and my foot is controlling that far hip. As my knee passes between his legs, the two concepts we're thinking about is to get to the flank. My tricep covers the knee and my knee covers the far hip. Now I get into my my nape grip, and all I'm doing, I'm not even worried too much about getting this knee. Remember we talked about I would have done this. It's just another way of playing it. Danagher's way is this knee's clamping, he calls this the flank, and as long as I've got Tyrone's knees pointing away from me here, and I've got my tricep in front, I'm not even worried about bringing this knee to the mat, and I just stay connected to him. Do your stuff, bro. Now, from here, as I move to side control, Tyrone might decide to roll till his knees away from me. The second he does, my first hook's coming in. Now, this is very smart from here. This nape grip, okay? If Tyrone tries to get his back on the mat, which is the scrape off escape, if I haven't got this grip, put your back on the mat, perfect. Let's take it back a step. This grip is everything. Put your back on the mat now, bro. So now I just put in my second hook, and now I'm starting to play the game. That grip is very, very smart. There is no scrape off escape, as long as I have that grip, if that makes sense. I don't know how I get started. I'm choking out. So, let's do that again. There's a lot in that. Just a different way of playing the leg drag, I think. So, one, I sidestep to take an angle. I use a 2-on-2 approach, so I just push his knees to the side, very much like the Torianda, but then I step in with my foot and my knee is between his knees. Now, two things. I cover the top knee with my tricep, make a grip on the lapel, and then I control the far hip with my knee. I keep this grip, this one comes under, and I make this nape grip at the back. And now I'm just staying connected. That's all I want there. I want as much of my body connected to Tyrone. He's going to try and move and do stuff. That's all I'm doing. If I was not as connected and Tyrone brings his knee in, my hand will go on the knee, but rather than trying to push it, I will come up again and get my body in front of it, and then I'm back into the whole scenario again. Option one. He does nothing from this position. My elbow's clamping the hip. I'm going to get hip to hip. And I want cross face. Option two, as I'm doing that, when I'm here, he's rolling. Now watch, I can slow down his roll because my shin is across the bottom leg. And now as Tyrone tries to roll, see they have it pinned? My shin has his left leg pinned. And now as he tries to come up, space opens up for me to put my first hook in. Now as he tries to go for the scrape off escape, this nape grip, come to here, boom, and I'm in. Top hook in, I'm ready to play the game. Let me get another angle on that. So, you're flat on your back. We'll do the back take one. So, I sidestep, two-handed approach to here. My foot is at the far hip. My knee penetrates. I'll cover the knee with my tricep. And I'm coming to this position here where I'm clamping. Now I make that nape grip and I just connect myself to Tyrone. As I start to move towards the side control, note what I'm doing. Just turn this way, bro. My right shin is across his left leg. As I start to move and he rolls, that slowing is roll up, and now space opens up as he tries to get to his knees for my bottom hook. This grip is everything. He thinks he's putting his back on the mat. Put your back on the mat. This pulls him across. Now I have him in the head trap, whereby Tyrone's head is between my head and my choking arm, and I can start to play the whole straight jacket system. Okay, so there's a few more details on our leg drag pass.